Hello! It's Feel Good Friday! Whoopee! Mwah! So, here I am in Mexico City, one of the biggest cities in the world. And it's so funny because we have this perception of what that means. But what it really means, at least in the areas I've been, is, oh my God, it's amazing. I love it. So welcome to episode 99. I'm going back to Tulum tomorrow, so I'm excited about putting together something special for that 100th episode. So anyway, I love you. I'm just having an amazing time. If you're watching my Facebook, Margot Gunther, which I super recommend right now, I'm posting a lot of amazing pictures of the incredible experiences I'm having. It's just been amazing. So grateful for this opportunity. So, but there's all kinds of stuff going on, so thank goodness for my Feel Good Way, right? Should we do an Evo size? Are you ready? So, if you've been around, you know the drill. If not, go ahead and prop your phone up and get your hands free and just do what I do, and you're gonna feel completely differently than you do right now in less than 1 minute. So put your fingers on your temples and press deeply and make circles there. And then move your fingers back towards your ears, keeping that same pressure, and you're rubbing now where your ears and your head hook together. And then when you get to the bottom, drag that down your throat past your collarbone, and then just close your eyes for a minute and notice how you feel. And when you're ready, go ahead and open up your eyes and look around, and I would almost bet money that you're breathing slower and that colors are brighter and that your vision is clear and all kinds of wonderful things, which are the physiological response of doing something that felt good and moving your nervous system out of fight or flight into rest and digest, where you can just take a deep breath and relax. Because really being ready to run and fight all day long is exhausting, A, and B, it doesn't help because it lowers your immune system and also makes you more concerned about the past and the future than what's happening right now. And I want to talk a little bit about that right now because I've been having a really emotional week or so, a little over a week. I was, I was in Tulum and I was working really hard on my storage, and everywhere I looked was change, and a lot of it isn't good change, right? And I was pretty grumpy. I have to admit, I was grumpy. And then, my friends came and basically changed my life, and I think I talked about that last week. And anyway, so since then, I just really feel like I've been in a flow. And the thing about, doing something, anything that feels good frequently throughout your day, what that does is it brings your nervous system and the blood flow from the back of your brain, which is all about the past and the future, into the front of your brain, which is where present time lives. And I think a big part of why I've been able to get in touch with so much emotion this last 10 days or so is because I'm in present time. If I was freaking out over the fact that, my Mexican musician friend is 5 minutes late, or, that the Uber app isn't working right, or, things like that, then I would be out of present time. But because I have trained myself so well, 20 years of doing this, that I spend most of my time in present time. And in present time, there usually isn't anything really wrong. I even had a big mistake on my bank account and different things like that. Like I am not having a life any less complicated than yours, maybe even more so. But because of my Feel Good Way, I'm able to just refocus on what's happening right now in front of me. And again, most of this emotion has been joy. Oh my gosh, I don't know where all this joy came from, but I'm so grateful for it. It's really amazing. And I've just had some amazing experiences this week. It's just been, oh man, Mexico City is amazing. If you've never been here, you really should come. It's such a different world than what I've been led to believe it is. And I know there's parts of the city that are super dangerous and things like that, but I'm not in those parts. Mexico City is really like a lot of little towns that are just connected into one big conglomeration. They even have separate governments for each of the little areas. And of course the areas I've been in are they're super clean, cleaner than any American city I've ever been in. The people seem pretty well educated and polite, and you know, the restaurants are great. Oh my God, I'm having just a blast here. Every time I come to Mexico City, I think, you know, I'd like to come and spend a couple months here, right? So, you know, the wheels are turning. But like right now, I'm in this beautiful park. There's fountains, there's a dog park, there's some people down there that are practicing salsa. You can't see them, but oh yeah, you can. They're behind them. Those guys are doing Tai Chi. This place is dog heaven. I've been hanging out at my friend's restaurant, and it's like a street restaurant on a corner in a beautiful part of town. Don Quesos. Thank you, Charlie. And sitting at his restaurant on the street, it's like a dog parade. It's just everywhere. As people walking dogs, 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 6 at a time, 10 at a time. So it's really amusing. The dogs are super well behaved. I don't think I've ever seen such well behaved dogs in my life. So anyway, I just really want to tell you how much I love you and thank you so much for being here. Oh, I forgot to tell you about what happened at the airport. Oh my goodness. So we flew into Mexico City, one of the biggest airports in the world. We got our luggage, and there's this one, it's like a big hallway, and on the one side of that hallway are these little tiny, you know, convenience stores and little restaurants and things like that. And my friends had to exchange some money, and I was just hanging out, actually posting on my phone that I had made it to Mexico City. And this Mexican woman walks up to me and says something to me in Spanish, which I wasn't really paying attention, so I didn't catch what she said. So I said, perdón. And she said, are you Margot, in Spanish? And I'm like, yes. And she said, oh, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much. I watch your videos every Friday. And she told me her name, and I knew who she was exactly when she said it, because she always is asking me to translate the posts into Spanish, which I don't know how to do, but we're gonna work on that. And then she ran off and we didn't even get a picture. But it means so much to me when I hear from you that you are watching these videos and they help you and all that kind of stuff. Having just been at Moon Palace with a lot of deadheads, of course I got a lot of that. But here was this woman, this Mexican woman I'd never met, who watches my videos every Friday. What a deal. I'm just blown away by it. So I just always want to encourage people to follow Margot Gunther so that you can see what else I'm up to besides what I do on Fridays and share around to the different groups. And just, you know, post some sort of comment. That helps Facebook see that it's valuable content and they will show it to more people. So I really, really want to tell you how much I love you. And I don't have any music today. I brought my speakers, but I forgot to bring a second device. And of course, when you're making a video, you can't be playing music at the same time. So we don't get to dance today. So what I was thinking about doing was showing you some of the things I do while I'm traveling to keep myself able to do what I do. 2 days ago, A gang of us got a tour from friends of ours that are born and raised in Mexico City of the whole downtown. We walked 8 miles. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And we were going up into, you know, terrace restaurants so that we could see the views, and up and down stairs and all that kind of stuff. And then yesterday I only walked 6 miles. So when you're traveling and you're doing stuff like that, you need to take care of your body, because you're also usually staying up late. Oh my God, last night I danced to the best music I've ever heard in my life. And I was really excited about sharing that with you today. I'm gonna upload it onto YouTube, and then you guys can hear what I heard. And 3 of the 4 people on stage were really good old friends of mine. And the 4th one is a new friend that I was gushing at him at how much I enjoyed his music and how much it has changed my life and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so not only am I dancing and walking and climbing stairs and all that kind of stuff, you have to take care of yourself. And one way to do that is, a lot of people end up with low back pain when they're traveling because they are sitting a lot. And so one of the things to do is to stretch the front of your thighs. We think of it as back pain because that's where we see it, but a lot of it is the tension that we hold in our thighs, especially on the dominant side. So I'm going to try to adjust this a little bit. One of the things I do is I've taught it a different way my whole time, but I had a chiropractor recently tell me to do it different. So I'm going to stretch my right leg. So I'm going to put my right leg up against this statue, and I'm going to take my right leg in my left hand, and I'm going to stretch it. And I always have to correct myself, because in yoga, when you do that pose, you put pressure of the leg against the hand to give it a bit of a strengthening position. But we're not about strengthening, so relax the leg. And it's not about trying to stretch it as far as you possibly can. It's about relaxing into it and just really getting that good and stretched out. Another thing I do is I have my purse I always have a crossbody purse, and I usually have a backpack, and so my hands are free. And so one of the things I do is I walk with my hands back like this, which keeps my chest open and also keeps the curve in my low back as I'm walking around. So these are good things you can do to prevent any kind of low back pain you're having, but also to help it if you're having it. And I've told you about the rolled up towels that I use, but I don't always have them with me, right? So one of the things that I have found is my purse is exactly the right size. So when I'm sitting in a chair, I often put my purse behind me like this so that I can not lean up against the back of the chair, keep my back in the right position, and things like that. And of course, most important of all is EvoSize, 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 EvoSize. But also there's lots of other ways that you can do these things to, you know, just quick little things like this, bring your nervous system into the rest and digest part. And people are used to us messing with ourselves now. It's not that big of a deal anymore. So don't feel self-conscious. And a lot of times when I teach people about good posture, they are concerned that it looks like they're showing themselves off. But this looks a lot better than this, right? So show them off. I love you guys. I get to go to another concert tonight. I'm so excited. This one is to raise money for Parterra's midwives for low-income people. And I've been raising money for my cleaning lady who was in a terrible accident. And I just found out that we've raised $5,000 from the posts that I've made. $5,000 has come in to help this beautiful woman and her family in their time of need. We're good people. We often just sometimes need a little direction. So stay tuned. Next week is episode 100, and I really am excited about doing it. I think I'm gonna have a surprise for us. So have a beautiful day. I love you, and enjoy Mexico City. I'll give you a little spin around before I go. Enjoy. I love you.